Well, ladies and gentlemen, Donald Trump came within inches of dying yesterday. Now it's come out today. It's mainly due to the wind pattern. The only reason there's the unbelievable photo of the bullet like whizzing right behind his head while he's on stage. And I just want to tell everyone this when it comes to like a civil war and people talking about we were inches away from a civil war. There's another timeline where, I mean, because the Secret Service let this kid waltz up onto a roof just outside of the rally grounds and, get in position, army crawl up into position and just shoot Trump, get a few shots off and end up killing someone in the crowd. There's an alternate timeline where Donald Trump gets shot in the head, his brain matter goes all over the stage, and then what happens? Because it would be all over X. I mean, this is totally different than any other assassination attempt. The Reagan. I mean, by the way, I was watching the Reagan assassination attempt. The way the Secret Service acted, it's all men. They're look, I'm not going to get into the whole DEI thing, but it is ridiculous, and it's just another. Haven't Republicans been screaming from the rooftops about this? It's the Secret Service. Right? That's a male job. I'm not sexist for saying that. It's just there are some male jobs, there are some female jobs. The point of it is there's an alternate timeline where this is very, very ugly and Trump is shot dead and everybody sees it on X because of how social media is. What would that cause? Especially the way things are going right now, the rhetoric, this coming from the Huffington Post, I believe, their Instagram. This was about a week ago. Supreme Court gives Biden the legal okay to assassinate Donald Trump. But no, the Democrats don't have any bad rhetoric. No. Because remember, that's how they were swinging it. I was trying to tell people, look, the official act, the only way a president and the executive branch can govern is if you give them, Trump or whoever the president is, an official act. All the presidents use it. And that's what I was trying to say. And then they swung it and said, well, Biden can just kill anyone. Biden can kill Trump. And then Trump nearly gets killed like a week later. This is crazy town, ladies and gentlemen, and everything that's going on. We're going to go through all of it. But I did want to say when it comes to the potential of a civil war or something happening, the country is teetering. I tweeted out the country's teetering right now a little bit. I think we have to understand with the power of social media, this is a completely different era and things are going to get spread around very quickly. And if something really bad would happen to Trump, I mean, something bad happened to him. He got clipped in the air and then someone else died. One of his supporters died. But I'm just saying it could have been so graphic. I don't know what the response would have been. I would, it just depends. Right now, we do have a lot of Republicans. There's no rioting. There's nothing like that. This is definitely a peace response, and that's what Trump wants. It's perfect. Be peaceful about it. I tweeted out yesterday, if something happened to Biden, that's friendly fire. That's the Democrats internally doing something to Biden. There's no Trump supporter or no Republican that wants anything to happen to Biden, whether they go with Biden or Harris. The concern is, and I want to be careful in how I say this, the Democrats have, let's just say, an excuse to, maybe something happens to Biden, they blame it on a Trump supporter, and the media spin would be this is revenge for what happened to Trump. I'm just saying that's the political spin. I'm not saying anything's going to happen to Biden. I'm just saying if something were to happen, this spin would be, oh, it's a radical Trump supporter. He just wanted to stick up for his president after his president got shot. That's what they're going to say if something happens. I don't think anything will happen. This is a very delicate time right now. Especially with what happened and especially with social media, we have to understand social media is very powerful. And I don't know what the hell would have happened yesterday had the bullet, maybe the wind been calm. I mean, are we seriously at the point where if it was a calm day, Trump is dead? Is it that close considering it clipped his ear and they're saying the wind was part of the reason he is still alive? I thought, these are just more aerial shots. You can see, I thought this was a good aerial shot in depth. Based on where Trump was, Trump is right there. The shooter would have been right off of the grounds. So it's that first building, the roof of it off of the grounds, the livestock barns. That's where the counter snipers were set up. There were two of them up there. And that is where you see the video of the counter snipers zooming in at the shooter. And there's a lot of different rumors. Were they told not to shoot? Why wouldn't they take the shot? They obviously see the shooter. We know they see the shooter because they shot him dead pretty much instantly after he fired a few shots, one of the shots clipping Trump. It's just crazy to think about. And obviously with the shooter's angle, you can see it go whizzes like right behind Trump or right by Trump and it clips his ear, just like in that photo where it's literally got the bullet in the air as it's going by, obviously extremely fast, so the bullet is warped. But that's just another good aerial shot of Butler, Pennsylvania. And then this is another interesting thing. So apparently this could have been the route the shooter took. Obviously, with the roof, he could have kind of hit himself or army crawled up. But there would have been people like out here, apparently, that were looking at him crawling. Somehow, I don't know if this is like a little, maybe a vent that he possibly got up. Originally, it looked like it was a ladder. Maybe this Google Earth thing is from a while ago. I thought I saw a ladder there when someone tweeted about it. There was a ladder, but possibly using some type of vent and then getting up here somehow onto the roof and then army crawling across to try and not be detected. It was a complete failure. But the biggest reason it was a failure, honestly, was to even let the dude get up there in the first place. How is that not secure, let alone, obviously you can't really conceal a rifle when you're trying to climb onto things or climb a ladder. That should have been nipped in the butt immediately. He should have never even been close to there. And then on top of that, let's say it gets to DEFCON 1 full panic mode where they actually have to take him out. I mean, they're zoomed in on him. There's two of them. This is not like this crazy situation where, oh my God, this is such an elaborate plan. There's 5 different things going on. I mean, the dude just waltzed up there, army crawled to try and not be detected. They're zooming in on him for like a minute. They don't shoot him. He shoots Trump and then they kill him. So the whole thing does not add up. Obviously, there's going to be investigations. The FBI saying they're going to do an investigation. That doesn't give confidence to anyone. Obviously, 0 riots last night. That's good. That's good by Trump supporters. Secret Service failures. They're talking about the wind speed there and then also some other stuff. And there they are right there. There are the counter snipers, both of them seemingly, scoped in on the shooter, but they don't shoot. And it depends. Is it like, do you have to authorize it? Are they telling them not to shoot? It's interesting. And we've got the pure Democrat cope. Oh my God, this was somehow a Republican who was angry at Trump, and it's just Trump's rhetoric. That's what almost got him killed, right? Well, no. This kid, number one, he's a weirdo. Number two, he looks to be a Democrat. He crossed over because it's a closed primary and wanted to vote against Trump during the primaries because Pennsylvania, again, it's a closed primary, so he probably voted for Nikki Haley. That's my speculation, to vote against Trump. Seems like he's anti-Trump. Both of his parents are registered Democrats. That's come out according to this, and apparently they're well off, making over $300K a year. That's the rumor. So that's Thomas Crooks, and apparently he is the shooter. That was confirmed last night. But they're the cope. It's like, oh, he's this conservative. Why would he shoot Trump? Trump is up in all it doesn't make any sense. It's all just cope. Shooter hit Trump with first shot, wind affected the accuracy. The wind affected the bullet's trajectory. Pretty remarkable stuff. Political fallout. If the country is trying to figure out how and why Trump got shot. But this is a very important point. Biden's Hitler rhetoric, it's not just Biden. This has been an 8 or 9 year artillery barrage. I mean, I just got done reading the Huffington Post, who said Biden can legally assassinate Trump. That came out a week ago. It's not just Biden, it's the entire Democratic Party. And I think it was Dave Smith made a great point on this. This is the exact same thing with 2020 and the election and all the potential, cheating that went on there. When you look back at like 2016 to 2020, they called Donald Trump, literally the worst person in the history of the world. I'm not exaggerating. If you're an American, a lot of these Democrats genuinely in their heart believe Donald Trump is worse than the devil. That's not an exaggeration. I'm dead serious. And you guys know that's how it is. That's how crazy it is. And then 2020 happens, and the whole election's a total mess. They're counting votes 3 days after. The Democrats are trying to act like this is totally normal and this is how it should be. And now they've admitted that it's totally ridiculous. The system needs to change. And it's just like the idea, they think Trump is the worst thing in history. If Trump gets reelected, the country's going to get nuked to shit. But we would never cheat or do anything. No, how dare you accuse us of that? And then you've got this. I mean, most of these Democrats came out against it. But why? They've called Trump a threat to democracy. They've said he's an immediate threat and a danger. Wouldn't you like that he could potentially be assassinated because you think he's this horrible threat and this Hitler-like figure? That's what they've been saying. So why come out and say, oh, we're happy Trump's okay, when according to you guys, Trump is this ultimate, I mean, he's going to kill everyone in the United States, with his rhetoric and get into a nuclear war, and that's the whole thing that they're trying to spin. World War III. If you really think Trump's going to start World War III, you think he's going to be responsible for killing millions and millions and millions of people, because that's probably a nuclear war. If you really believe that, why would you come out against the shooting? Why wouldn't you say that's a patriotic thing to try and take out Trump and save the country? You see how their own pathetic rhetoric, their fear-mongering rhetoric, they twist themselves into pretzels in terms of how hypocritical they are. This is totally exposed. It's unbelievable. They say Trump's worse than Hitler, but now they're like, oh, we feel bad, and political violence is not the answer. Well, if you actually think Trump is that bad, you should be cheering this on and saying, hopefully someone can actually do it. Some of the Democrats actually have admitted, they're like, yes, we're very mad, we're angry. We wanted Trump to die. It only hit his ear, so we're pissed off about it. And they've totally lost any political leverage they had. Remember all of the fake outrage by these people with the Capitol where zero Trump supporters, no Trump supporters killed anyone. The only person to die was a Trump supporter, and they come out and say it's horrible, and those same people cheer on Trump getting assassinated. So see how they twist themselves into a pretzel. They don't have an argument. It's the most hypocritical thing ever. January 6th was so bad, but they want Trump to be assassinated. Okay, yeah. They really have a moral standard there. Front page of the Denver Post, gunman dies in attack. Listen, I continue to be just baffled by these headlines. Again, it's just, this makes no sense. I mean, this headline just does not make any sense. And so here it is, this woman, she's come out, and unfortunately, this is the radicalization, probably of Reddit, echo chambers. This is so important. This is such a key video. If you want to watch it, you can go watch it, but it says, this demon is mad that the shooter missed Trump. This is the darkness we are fighting. She's literally angry. And then even in the video, as if it wasn't bad enough, she says, oh, the reason that the shooter missed was because the shooter was white, as if to insinuate, I guess white people are worse shooters. So she's racist against white people. And then obviously she's pissed off. This is the left. This is what they preach. They go on. It's all the little bubbles on Reddit, and it's all just total gaslighting. They clutch their pearls. Oh my God, Trump, January 6th, he's so evil. And then here is this woman who's like, it's her worst day ever. Remember, I mean, the liberals are having a tough time. They've lost their political leverage when it comes to January 6th. So they're struggling right now. I'm going to have to write some notes. I mean, the get well soon cards to these people, they're crazy in terms of they've lost the leverage. They don't have it on January 6th. They have no moral authority over it. And now they're digging themselves even deeper holes over this response. And this is a typical response. This is the prototypical liberal response. They're very angry, not because Trump was shot at, because he didn't die. That is the ultimate response, especially young liberals. They're all radicalized. It's unbelievable. There is achievement unlocked, survived assassination attempt. And then this woman, I don't know, on ABC. So I'm just let me just read her quote, and then I'll just say how ridiculous it is. We were just looking back this morning at some of the things that Trump had said. He warned last March of a potential death and destruction if he were in charge by the Manhattan District Attorney. You've heard it from his supporters as well. So they're trying to say Trump's own rhetoric caused a liberal to shoot Trump. See, it would make sense if one of Trump's supporters did something, and they're still trying to swing that, but she's basically saying Trump, his rhetoric caused the liberals to shoot him. And especially just how insensitive it is considering what happened to him yesterday. But they have to try and spin it. They know it's very bad for them. It's going to be reflective in the polls. Listen, we thought the debate was bad. We thought the debate was going to put Trump up by 20. The debate certainly helped Trump, but this is crazy. What a photo that is right there. And I think that there's a lot of just independents that have come out and said, no, I got to support Trump. It was such an epic moment putting his fist up. And we will have to see how this situation continues to evolve. They're still looking into the shooter. I think he was some liberal. He donated to Biden. They're trying to cope and say, well, he's a registered Republican. Yeah, they know why he's a registered Republican, but they're being dense and trying to cope. It's because he wanted to vote against Trump and vote for Nikki Haley probably during the close primary in Pennsylvania. That would be my estimation on that, because he donates to Biden when Biden gets elected his inaugural day in 2021 January. So this has all come out, and I would expect more stuff to come out. I'm worried if Trump would have been shot, it would have been all over everywhere. And you could have been potentially looking at an extremely, extremely, extremely unstable situation in the United States. We came very, very close, and thankfully it did not happen. But either way, guys, that is going to do it for this video. Make sure you follow me on X.